Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. We're looking at the price action of the 10th of March low. We have an overall quite bullish setup. I mean, we've had a bullish setup since the end of December. We've been waiting for price to get back into our trend reversal area here. It turned around. We waited for price to get into the yellow one. It turned around. We waited for it to get back into the yellow one. It turned around. Yeah, so three profitable setups. I think we had more, one or two might have been broken, but these are the ones that are still relevant. So far these setups play out because they are 1-2 setups, 1-2, and we continue to go higher. In this, if we have this series of 1-2 setups, it means we now have a third wave rally. And in this third wave, we have 5 waves as well. What is not entirely clear to me at this stage is, do we have, of this swing low of the 12th of April, do we have here also a complete 5-wave move? Yeah, or not? So what I mean is, do we have another 1-2 setup here? Is this a 5-wave move? And are we coming down in another wave 2? So is this another wave 1? Do we have another one, wave 2? This would certainly be an alternative interpretation. Yeah, and therefore I'm thinking to change the support area here or add another one, because this is the relevant one for the wave 4. So this is basically here the primary count, that we are just doing a wave 4 like Bitcoin, Ethereum. But it could be that we drop a little bit lower, but that would be an interpretation then that would be in favor of, okay, this is an entire wave 1, we're coming down in a wave 2. That would allow the price to come down a little bit lower, possibly all the way to 40 cents. Okay, so just be aware of that. Basically, we have a huge support area here. Now what that means is downside risk is quite high, because it could still be bullish and drop all the way down to 40 cents, which would be basically in line here with this ascending trend line of the trend channel or wedge pattern. So I'm adding this support area now as well, because this would be for an alternative wave 2 scenario. It's impossible to say which one it is. I think it's this yellow count where we should ideally turn around above 42.5. What I want to avoid that people get stopped out or stop out below the 50% retracement, then it's a wave 2 and it suddenly starts to rally. Yeah, I just want to make you aware of this alternate wave 2 scenario. So that would be quite a bullish setup if we have another 1-2 setup. So on the other hand, it will at some point get unrealistic if you have too many of them. So this is another 1-2. Okay. But yeah, first of all, we need to be watching, are we now holding 42.5? If we do, then I'm counting this as a wave 4 and it should go higher in a wave 5. If we don't hold it, if we don't hold 42.5 cents, we're going to drop into this support area. I would then start to count it as a wave 2. And below 40 cents, we have to consider a different interpretation of the higher level assumption. Yeah. So the idea is either to continue directly from here or from the deeper support area. Yeah. So when I have 2 support areas, one shallow, one deep, then I would personally always trade for the deep one, which means this is the one I want to base my risk on, because that's in theory where it can go to in this higher degree scenario of still an active uptrend and impulse. Because if I set my stop loss just below, let's say the first one, it could just drop into the next one and just rally, as I said. But yeah, overall still bullish scenario. We just need to see how far down do we go. Next support here for ADA will be, oops, not that. Next support for ADA will be 42.5 cents. We're currently holding support here around 43.4, but it doesn't look finished yet. Well, I mean that what happened here to the upside is just not impulsive enough. And let's just measure again the length here of the wave W, go to the high of the X wave. the 1-to-1 ratio was reached. So I think we talked about that in the previous video today, that this would be a key level to watch out for, the 1-to-1 ratio. I think in the previous video we were somewhere up here. So the 1-to-1 ratio is typically a level that you would expect in a WXY correction the price to go to. The next key Fibonacci extension that is relevant would be actually the 1.618 extension at 42.2 cents. That's really a common target for a Y wave. That would actually take us down just below the first support area. So there is certain Fibonacci confluence here in the region between 42.5 cents, which is the 50% Fib retracement and the previous swing low of the 14th of April, and it's the 1.618 extension. So we have to be watching if we get a reaction there. The reaction that we've seen here around the 1-to-1 ratio, for me, not strong enough, but we have certainly enough waves to consider the correction complete, but we haven't really seen any signal yet to the upside. And what might very well be that the market is waiting for tomorrow's CPI data. All right, that's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.